Hello everybody, welcome to another episode here on the new Eriador 1.10 SMP server. Yes, we are having a lot of fun, and I'm back over here by my tunnel, and you might see something new inside it. So yeah, let's just turn around and have a look at that. So I'm just trying out this idea. It was one of you guys suggested it. It's a sort of sideways minecart elevator. So the idea is we can run along over here, click in the first minecart, and then just transport ourselves from minecart to minecart, which, assuming you don't have any lag, should be quite quick, and certainly quicker than you would travel perhaps in a minecart or something like that. So yeah. So I think we're going to go with that, and the way I'm putting it together is I'm just literally raising, good English, this area by half a block, because I want to make it spawn proof. The last thing I want is lots of pigmen everywhere, so I'm also putting these carpets down on here. So I think that looks pretty good as you're going along. The black works very well in there, so yeah, just filling in those spots. And this really is a case of putting these down every two. So miss one, do one, because if you do any further than that, you can't quite reach in the minecart. So unfortunately, it's got to be two apart, but it's two diagonally. So yeah, it works out a little bit further than normal too. So I think the easy way of doing this is just to go down and lay all these rails first of all, which I will do, and then come along afterwards with all these nether brick slabs and just sort of, fill it all out. That's done, and it is a little bit quicker. I tested it out. It's probably it's about 36 seconds to run from one end of this to the other, and it's about 25 seconds to use the minecart, so it's a little bit quicker. I'm not sure if it's quicker than if we had a 2 high with the trapdoors and we're able to run really fast, or the glass like we've put in some of the other ones, but that kind of lowers the roof a little bit, and yeah, I don't think it kind of fits with the design of this, although we could do it. It's not quite what I'm after, so I think that's probably the quickest method, other than just running down. So you have the choice there, which probably means it'll probably take an extra 15 seconds to run all the way over to the farm than it does to actually travel in the minecart. Not much, but gives us an option anyway. I want you to give me some thoughts here on the roof, because that's the bit I haven't done. Do we go for keeping the theme, so we've got the red clay behind the glass, and keep the red clay in the ceiling, or should we go for a different colour? I did think about using slabs up here, this sort of colour. I'm not sure whether that really works. Does it make it a little bit dark? Again, if you guys can let me know in the comments what you think. Let's just finish that little bit up there if we can, and not like that. Yeah, and it wouldn't necessarily be at that height. We'd probably put it at the in the ceiling height. So I just think that looks a bit too dark with it on the floor as well. But let me know what you think about this. Yeah, that'd be really cool to get your suggestions on it if you could. And maybe we even alternate it, you know, I don't know. But yeah, if you guys can give me some feedback in the comments to what you think we should do to the roof. Maybe we should put some ice in there, some blue, I don't know, does that go with it? Fire and ice? I'm not sure, so yeah, please guys, if you can let me know, that would be fantastic. Now, something I have started doing is to start the sort of layout and extension of this area here, because this kind of comes out into the open, so we kind of want that transition of going out into the open, so we'll probably see a lot more, and then that transition is going to go into the bridge. Now, I'm not quite sure whether I should really be working on this now, because well, let's put it this way, there's a lot of gas around, and I got a feeling, and I got to keep that in my inventory as well, just for the gas ready. I'm going to knock myself on here, and I'm going to go in the lava. So that's probably not a good thing. I'm thinking it's probably not good. So really, we're working on this shifting, and I know the way that I died in the end a few times by shifting and placing blocks, that perhaps I ought to really get some potions. This is very risky without potions, so I'm not sure I should be carrying on this way, but I just wanted to show you guys what I'm doing so you can see, and I'll probably get this done in between times. So yeah, I think it's just going to be a case of sort of filling this across. As you can see there, I almost gave myself a heart attack because I dropped down one level. And then I'm probably going to build a little bridge underneath later and get rid of all of this stone here as well. I guess I could get rid of it as I'm going along, but I think I'll do it afterwards. I'm going to go with safety first, I think. I like the fact that that's there to give me that support and not fall down, so to speak. So yeah, and then putting these down. So with this, I think we're going to have to still go with the same theme. I don't want it completely open, but the idea of the minecart sitting in here was that we could still see through the windows, but we'll still carry on with this theme that every two, so we kind of miss two, and then we'll have gaps, miss two, gaps, miss two, not miss one, and gaps. So we'll kind of do that all the way along as well, and we'll still probably fill it in with glass, but yeah, we'll probably, it won't have this sort of back area, if you like. So and I'm not sure about the lights either, but I am thinking that we are going to use lava in this, because I think this is really cool, the way you see these lava streams dangling from the ceiling and that sort of thing. So I think we are going to use some of those to kind of intersect the way it comes through. My only concern is carpets, because I'm not sure if carpets not sure if, I'm just giving myself a heart attack. I'm not sure if carpets are the best thing to be using on here next to lava. I think that's something we'll probably have to test. I wonder if we can do that now, actually. Can we get right down? Let's go down to this area here. In fact, we could probably test it. We got carpets on. We haven't even got carpets on. I come all the way down here, I haven't got carpets on it. So I think I'll test it and see if they do catch fire, because they seem to in the tunnel earlier when I was fighting gas. Yeah, they seem to catch fire. So I think we need to test that before we use them right next to lava. Well, I've made a lot more progress since that last clip. As you can see, I've totally done this bridge area over here, going over the lava lake, and this is a glass ceiling in the roof there, which I think makes it nice and opens it up. So as you come out of this tunnel, obviously we've got to do the roof, you start coming out, and yeah, basically I've started putting some lava streams down there, which I think look really good, but I think we could do with some more. I think, you know, that's quite a nice effect as you're coming down to be able to see those lava streams, because if you're in the minecarts, you still really won't be able to see out, as we can in the windows here. But obviously if you're just running along, then you will be able to. I've done some tests as well with those kind carpets, and yeah, they do burn when they're placed there because the lava is right next to it. So yeah, which is a bit of a pain really, that the wool burns or the carpets burn. But you know, I think that was a feature introduced recently actually. But you know, we got to work with it. So I might put one of these blocks here rather than having anything spawn. This was a mammoth task with these guys just around all the time. The amount of times I had to repair this glass because they broke it. Unbelievable. But yeah, so we've got those lava streams coming down there, and then at the end here I've extended the tunnel, so this is ready to go. But I'm not going to do that today. I just wanted to get it ready, and I'll probably do this between episodes because again it's just going to be repeating what we've already done down there, and I don't want to do that on camera, blah 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 blah. But I'll probably stop it here, so next time we're over this way and we're going to do some stuff, then you know, we'll probably work this out on our own. And it's just the amount of stuff spawning here. I've actually slabbed a fair bit of the immediate area, which you can see. So if we just go through here, and where do I need to go? Down one? Yeah, down one. I mean, look, there's so many skellies there already, and I've been sort of, you know, just look, there's another skull. As simple as that. So I've got so many skulls. I think I've got over a stack and a bit of skulls now, including the ones I've got for sale. So yeah, I've just got so many skulls. I don't know what to do with them. I'm using them as decoration. It's it's crazy, really. But yeah, so we're just going to get this one, then I can show you down the bottom. So yeah, there's another skull for the collection. But I've slabbed all this bottom area here. That entire fortress is now slabbed. And I've slabbed all the way out of the fortress there. So the fortress itself is completely slabbed inside and out. So none of the wither skeletons, or unfortunately these blazes you can see up there, they are just forming. I mean, that is just crazy. Look at it. It's like a pyramid of blazes just looking out at me, wanting to burn me alive. But yeah, so that's the result of obviously slabbing all that, because they can't spawn anywhere else but in here. And the same with the wither skeletons. The only place they can spawn is in here now. So that's pretty good. Everything else is kind of spawn proof, but we still got a lot of work to get rid of all this, or slab it, and also at the top there. And yeah, so there's a fair bit to do over here still. But we're not going to do that today. Don't worry, we're not spending the whole episode in the Nether here. But if we look up here, we do have almost a double chest full of TNT. So I think we're going to have to put that to good use for sure. Let's get rid of this skull, because there's a single chest up there, and we've got 41 in there as well, plus 27. You do the math. And that doesn't include the decorative skulls, which I've used about 5 or 6, I reckon. So yeah, so much to do. Right, okay, so yeah, I think I'm probably done in here for today. I don't think I'm going to be doing anything more on there. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think, and don't forget to tell me about what you think for a ceiling. Now, one of the things I'd like to do today is to get the foundation in place for our large sort of new Atlantis city, shall we say, or new Atlantis area. So if we look at the map here, as you can see, that's we're stood on that island below us. I've marked out a center point and 4 corners. So that's basically where this place is going to sit. And that middle bit over there is directly underneath the most deepest part. So we might have to take away a little bit on this side to make it sort of symmetrical, because to do that would have meant we're off the map, and I wanted to keep it on the map. So yeah, let's just go up and have a look from above if we can. If we can get all up here, and we should get a much better view then. How high do we want to go? Let's go all the way, I guess. There we go. Yeah, so that kind of gives you a much clearer view now in terms of the area and where we're going to do. There's some islands at the back over there. I'm not sure if we'll keep those taken down, but these are the outer edges. So yeah, in theory we shouldn't be going out any more than that, but it's always nice to have a little bit of room to spare. So yeah, let's get the foundation down. Well, there she is, my little snowflake in the middle of the lake. Yes, so that's kind of the design I'm going for. We're going to be building on each of these platforms, but I needed that foundation down. So, but yeah, I think it looks pretty good, doesn't it? Let's see if we can get some height up here. But yeah, I'm still not very good at this. Yeah, I think that looks really good. It's smack bang in the middle of where we need it as well. And if we look underneath, if we go shooting into the water, down the bottom here, actually, have I got a night vision potion? I have. Let's just glug that. Did we glug it? We didn't glug it. We have now. There we go. So the exact middle part of this, which is under here, yeah, comes down to this area here, which is really good. It means we can build down as well. As I said before, we probably will have to sort of get the old shovel out and take down some of this area and, you know, sort of bring it back a little bit, just to give ourselves a little bit more room down there. I've actually covered up this area here because underneath here is the ravine. So yeah, then looks like actually I've cut off all the water in here, so that makes it a big hole. Okay, that's pretty cool. So yeah, let's just cover that over before we get too far deep inside, but that should cover that over again. And I got no more. I got no more. I can't do it. Gravel, sand, no. Use some of this. Lost it all. I'll cover that up later. Yeah. So, but yeah, we should make some nice platforms here. 3 wide paths. We're going to have a big central building in the middle. I'm going to have 4 smaller buildings, and then they'll be using walkways in the air to sort of join these up, and we've got sort of smaller little platforms, and yeah, and then we'll have this sort of lower section down here, which will be the underwater area as well. So this is the modern Atlantis, which I think looks pretty cool. Well, guys, this place is starting to look awesome. You can see Chris's amazing airport down there, and helped him out with a bridge earlier on, and the road going into what will be a city area. It's just looking so cool. We've also got this village here, and the guys are working on the dwarven city, as you can see over in the far area. They're actually underneath in the caves right now, so although he's not, he's on top. So yeah, it's really starting to come together, and I think with the Atlantis project in the middle, that's really sort of going to come into effect as well. So yeah, and there's still time for you guys just to get your designs in for this Atlantis build if you've got one either underwater, probably more the underwater side than anything else, but I'd really like to receive them. But yeah, anyway, hope you've enjoyed the episode. Kind of run out of time today. We did get quite a lot done. We got that tunnel finished over in the Nether, which is awesome, and yeah, also got the foundations laid for this place over here. So yeah, really happy, got a lot done. So anyway, as I said, that'll do it. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I look like a pin cushion, and maybe you'll join me here next time on the new Eriador 1.10 server. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Bye.